Hi guys, this is Town Hall Episode 8. Thank you guys for tuning into the pre-show. A lot of fun hanging out with these guys. We have a decent amount to talk to you about this week. Wasn't actually the biggest Heroes of the Storm week when it comes to news and announcements, but take away the introductions. To, I guess, the left of my webcam, you'll see the handsome smasher, Solid Jake. How's it going, man? Okay. Well, below him, it was Jake Gyllenhaal's understudy, is Omega Black Mage. How you doing, man?
I'm doing okay. I'm excited to be here. My back's hurting a little bit.
That's why I made that joke.
I know.
Because of Brokeback Mountain.
I get it.
Because you broke your back and your
I
hip.
actually didn't get that.
Yeah. So if I'm appearing a little stiff today, that's why. But bear with me.
How'd you hurt your back, man?
Yeah, actually, that's
Boom.
probably true. Oh God, it hurts. It hurts.
And I had some statistics pulled from my friends at Blizzard. He is the 34th best Diablo in Heroes of the Storm. What's up, Sham2?
That is completely incorrect. I am #1 Diablo of time. I'm doing pretty well. Excited to get this webcast going, and that's about it, really.
Well, let's get it going then, guys. Like I said, not too much to talk about, but the first thing I want to dive into is how cool Judgment Uther looks. I was a WoW player. I'm sure everyone but Corey was a WoW player.
Guys, I left myself muted again. Just
Oh my god!
That's a point.
production value. Yeah, that's a point. That's $1 in the jar. That's $2 in the jar. Put me out for 2 points.
Okay.
All right, go ahead and say that you're happy to be here again.
Yo, I'm happy to be here, and Corey's back hurts because he was carrying Kevin so hard. That's pretty much all
Yes.
I said.
All
Okay.
right. Judgment Uther. Yep.
Judgment Uther, for us WoW players, Judgment was probably the coolest set of all time, and now I might have a reason to actually buy Uther and play him.
Yeah, it was used at BlizzCon, I think.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was there.
Uh,
However, there's definitely been a graphic overhaul for it too, and it looks awesome.
I love that he has Hand of Rag. It's Hand
Yeah,
of Rag, right?
yeah,
is that his weapon? Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what it looks
the Hand
like.
of Ragnaros. Definitely.
yeah. That's definitely the Hand of
That
Ragnaros.
is-
Which
You guys gotta
is
fill me in here. Come on.
well. So wait, Judgment was tier 2 though, wasn't it? Not tier 1.
Yes.
Which is weird. Why he'd give him Hand
Yeah,
of Rag?
why
if
not,
it's
though? I
tier
mean,
two?
Well, because everyone used Hand of Rag back then.
Yeah.
Well, why not the Blackwing Laird Maul from? Never mind. You know, what? Fine, cool, whatever. I'm done.
Hey, it
Blizzard.
It looks,
Blizzard is ruining my immersion.
because the lore doesn't line up.
Learn the lore.
I'm sorry, but Hand of Rag was better than anything from Blackwing
It
Lair.
was. It was.
Except for maybe Ashkandi.
Even then, people still use Hand of Rag because it's Hand of Rag.
It's a legendary, man. You gotta
Yeah.
use it. It's orange. It's pretty.
Like, if you think I wasn't using like Rock the Lore Longbow of the Ancients, you're wrong because everyone used that. Bo was sick. Anyways, he looks really good, and
Yeah.
I'm glad they did the overhaul because I mean it looked good at BlizzCon, but they definitely stepped it up.
All I want now is, skins for Sergeant Hammer and
Yes,
Falstad
please.
and Yaslo.
I want confirmation that we're actually getting the baby Abathur,
Oh yeah, Pajamather.
Pajamather, yeah,
Yeah, that would be great too.
because he needs skins. I mean, let's face it.
I feel like this is going to be like another Tristano or other champions from League who had just like way more skins than other people, because I think Uther's so easy to make skins for.
Right, like I already bought Lumberjack Uther, and I'm gonna buy Medic Uther.
Lumberjack Uther is the coolest skin in game.
I love it. I mean, he has a log that's also a book. This version, this variant looks so good.
Oh, the
He
purple
just has a
one?
blue hood.
Yo, I like it. Okay.
No, he just got a blue. It's just a blue hood.
if
That's all
it's,
it
would
is.
like it.
if it's
You
blue,
would
it's
like it.
better. Okay, that's
I knows, but it's just a blue hood. So.
So we actually got a bunch of new skins this week. That's pretty much all we have for news
Yeah,
in
we
terms
did.
of like breaking news, I guess.
There wasn't too many new skins. There was Fel Magic Illidan and then the Bloodraven Malfurion, I think, right?
That is a new Nazebo.
No, it's not a new one.
That's not new.
Grim Skull is it's just a preview out there. Like I don't know, it's not new. I've had that since the
Okay.
game launched.
Oh, okay. You just see so few witch doctors that I had no idea.
You
know.
never see witch doctors.
I'm the only one. I don't even play them anymore. And I'm the Zebo for life.
Wow.
Witch Doctor,
who are
dead
you playing?
hero.
So last week, let's just jump right into the talk about Malfurion, because last week we were talking about Malfurion, and you were saying
He was absolute trash.
Wow, good save.
So proud.
Worst support, you said mid at best, like mid-level hero, worst support in the game. How do you feel after playing him? Because I know you played him a lot this week.
I played probably 50 games at least with him this week, and he's my new favorite hero.
Wow. So, from trash to your favorite hero in the whole game.
Yeah, he's a lot of fun to play. He's very, like, other people don't seem to realize it. Like, when I'm playing with our team, like, people are like, oh, it's Malfurion. Now, he's not bad, but he's not good. When I'm not playing Malfurion, I can feel that our team fights are much shorter. We have so much less sustain that I want, like, all of my team to start playing him so they can start to get how it feels to be Malfurion and what he does for team fights. Because I personally think he might be Tassar tier. He's at least tier 1 in my head.
Wow. So let's dive in. Why?
His heal.
Before that, what caused you to play him?
Well,
I mean, I know we were talking about him.
I gave him the challenge. He said he was going to. I told him.
No. We gave you the challenge.
No, but he said he was going to prove me wrong.
He did? Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
I was gonna have a good debate with him because
Yeah,
that would have been fun.
All right, that's fair.
I fell in love with the hero.
Continue.
So I actually didn't get to play that many games with him. I played enough, but I want to hear your thoughts.
His Q is the best heal in the game.
Yeah,
like non-ultimate wise
bar
or
none.
heroic.
Yeah.
It just heals for so much. And if you're smart and you can like see damage incoming, like the main problem people have with it is it's not an instant heal. It's a heal over time. It's got a small initial burst
It's still amazing.
and then heal over time. So if you're smart with it, you can be prepared for it. His roots, it's like a 3-second immobilization. It's hard to land because you have to hit it in the direct center if they're running from you, or they'll probably just get away from it. And then his Moonfire reveals for 2 seconds. So it's good against stealthies, it's good for checking bushes. The Moonfire is... And then later with talents, you can get a slow on the Moonfire, which makes it easier to chase. But the main thing is his silence. It's 3 seconds long. It does, like, at level 20, it does close to 1,000 damage. And it's just... He's so versatile. He can... I've 1v1 Demon Hunters and Illidan's and stuff with using my ult. And I can keep the... Innervate, I mean... Kev, you've played a lot with my Malfurion, and you can tell that you're alive longer. You can be in fights longer because of Innervate. I mean,
yeah, it's actually really awesome because Diablo, even though for the most part is not a mana heavy hero, when you're going into long engagements to continuously do crowd control, peel for people, do flame stomps, and do everything else, you need to have a lot of mana, and so pretty much half the time I'm just looking at Zoya like, innovate me, and I'm able to do a lot more as Diablo.
That's a very good point, yeah.
I'm, and so, yeah, I mean, he heals all the hurt people because I'm Diablo, so his heals don't do anything for me. I regen faster than they tick.
So how do you build Malfurion?
Let me load up a talent calculator. I mean, I think part of the problem is people were going Tranquility. Tranquility is overkill. There's very few situations where you actually need Tranquility because his Q is so strong.
Right.
Tranquility is, unless you're getting destroyed by a wombo combo team, like a Gazlo Nova with maybe like a Sergeant Hammer and like a few other AoEs, then you don't need Tranquility. The silence it's like, if you hit Falstad or Demon Hunter with the silence, they can't tumble away, which means your team has, or Zeratul, he can't blink away. That's 3 seconds you have to finish them off, and those are squishy heroes. If they're silenced, or Tassar too. Tassar, you can keep face shifting. So the silence just plays such a huge thing. I'm trying to find Malfurion there. No, that's Mirrodin. Wrong M. I've been... Okay, so let's see. Tier 1, I get Path of the Wizard because the other 3 just aren't that good.
Why don't you build it out real quick and send it to me so I can put it on the stream?
I don't have an actual talent calculator thing. Can you link me to one?
Yeah.
I was just looking at Heroes Nexus's talents as were.
Yeah, here's fire.com
Yeah.
/hot/talents calculator. I don't know why they put a /hots. Casuals. It's called Heroes.
It's true. I would actually.
Thing about this whole entire
how do
thing is-
Okay, copy link. There we go. Okay,
I think the coolest thing about
should
this,
be it.
what we basically have learned here is that there are so many heroes that, at one point, you know, we're thinking they're terrible.
It's happened a lot.
We have to look back at them and be like, okay, they're pretty good.
Yeah.
Now, unfortunately, I'm still kind of running into that with Tyrael. I still haven't found I found a way to do a lot of damage with Tyrael, but I haven't been able to find a way to be very tanky with Tyrael. Actually, I got into a Reddit battle with somebody today. And I mean, I still have reservations about Tyrael being a tank because at level, and I did calculations today. Let me pull out my calculator. At level 10, Tyrael has hold on, let me just really quickly look this up. I think 3,900 health. Yeah, he has 2,900 health. And at level 10, Diablo has 3,400 health.
Wow.
Which is 500 health difference.
It's a lot more, yeah.
So somebody, so you think, all right, well, Tyrael's got shields. His shield is 500 health, so he temporarily is as healthy as Diablo.
It's permanently, and Diablo has souls.
Yeah, and Diablo is exactly. So that's base Diablo.
Yeah.
Diablo has souls, which just infinitely destroys that.
Right.
So already Tyrael's kind of in the backside, and the other thing that I have a problem with right now, Tyrael, is that his Hand of Sacrifice, which is he soaks up damage, is a pretty cool spell. But the thing is that means that your damage or your carries or your supports are all taking damage, which is not where they should be.
Right.
And that means that you can't tank that damage. I mean, you tank it, I guess, in a way, but that means that they have to be in the
It's designed
front.
for, saving them.
Yeah, it's designed for saving them, but
More
still,
than, preemptively doing it, you do it to save them.
The only reason that they, ever come about damage, is because I can't peel. There's no peel on Tyrael. So, I mean, right now, I'm having, he's got his judgment and he's got the punishing blade, but I'm still stuck with how to make him into a good hero.
I think he has potential, but he's very weird. He's very, anti what you'd expect a tank to be.
I'm looking for a numbers tweak, I think, at this point, but yeah.
But back to Malfurion, since we have this build laid out. Let's take a look at it. So walk us through this. Why do you get each ability?
Well, tier 1, if you look at the other ones, Moonburns increased moonfire damage to minions and mercs and structures. That's dumb.
Yep.
Harmony is increased heals to mercs. That's really not that worth it. And Healing Ward is stupid. It's just bad.
Okay.
It's not good.
So obviously mana's very
so
important.
just
every
path of the
10
one.
seconds.
This is a safe bet. I get this with every support I play.
Yeah.
Every second for 10 seconds. But the problem with Healing Ward is it has 1 HP. So all you have to do is hit it once.
Yep, you just right-click it and it's gone. It's like...
a lot of people for tier 2 of the talents get Vengeful Roots, which summons a Treant. That's just silly. It's not really that good. Shield Ally, it's okay late game, but early game, that's 300 extra plus a little bit more. Sometimes I think it's like 400 at level 4.
That's what you get, it says, according to this list. Okay.
Yeah. Shield Ally is just ridiculous early game. 400 damage early game is a lot. You can keep your team a lot. There's so many situations where Shield Ally will save your life. The other two are innervate type things. I've played a little bit with them, but those are very few situations where I would get those.
I don't know. The Vengeful Root sounds fun, but I agree that it doesn't sound that useful.
It's like a tickling. It really doesn't do that much damage.
Yeah. I've never been I guess if you're really pro, you can use it to body block hooks, from the stitches. But other than that,
great. That'd be pretty exciting to see that, but
for the third tier, Enduring Growth, I was kind of nervous about that one at first because I didn't know if it would just stretch the heal out longer, the same amount of healing, but an additional 2 ticks, so it would make the initial heals smaller, but it just makes it last longer. But it doesn't. It just adds 2 ticks of the normal heal, so it makes the heal a little bit stronger.
Yeah, that's great.
Alun's Grace is, I don't know, not that great. You don't really need extra range on your regrowth or your entangling roots. I mean, I guess it would be good for chasing.
I can see it being useful for the roots, but
yeah, I mean, it's 2 extra ticks
anyways, so.
Yeah, it's 2 full extra ticks, which is a lot of healing on enduring growth. So, and then battle momentum. I mean, his attack range is not that far, and he's not really the strongest champion or hero, excuse me. But I don't know. The enduring growth is just a little bit extra healing. You can play around with that tier. I do get a Loon's Grace sometimes whenever like I'm just wanting to snipe people with roots.
Yeah.
But other than that, Tranquility is overkill. Don't really need it. There's very, very, very situational positions where I'd get Tranquility, and I haven't actually been in one yet since I've been playing Malfurion.
Huh.
It's just like mainly theory crafting things. The Twilight Dream, it hits so hard. At level 20, it hits for over 1,000. Like that's
strong.
So much damage.
So actually, what Enduring Growth adds is an extra 60% to the heal.
That's insane. So why would you never not get that? Like,
I didn't realize it was that big of a number. So
that's crazy.
Yeah, original Enduring Growth is 10 seconds long. This regrowth is 10 seconds. This adds 6 seconds to that.
That math. So there's no reason to not get it.
So at level 10, that's, I mean, I've just been using level 10 as like, generally where you can start to see everything kind of lift off. That's the difference between 450 health over those next 16 seconds or whatever 400 plus 270 is. 720. So 450 or 720.
Yeah. No reason to not.
That's pretty massive. At level 10.
I would agree.
Level
13.
Level 13 is like the one that you can kind of play around with. Shrink Ray is really underrated. It is really, really good. It makes movement speed and damage by 50%. So like when you're getting dived on by an Illidan or a Zeratul, Shrink Ray on them is great. If you're chasing someone, it's 4 seconds. 4 seconds in a MOBA is a long time.
It's a very long time.
So Shrink Ray is great. I've never actually had to get Ice Block, but I can see situations where you'd want to get it.
I'd say those are probably the 2 best bets if you're playing heavy support.
And then Life Seed is whatevs, and so is the Moonfire one.
Yeah.
Side note,
Muradin, Shrink Ray, watching him leap, it is amazing.
I've never seen that.
Anything Shrink Ray is fun to watch.
That one in particular, I
want to hear Sonya go, ah! I hope her voice gets like higher pitch. Oh, it'd be so funny. Level 16.
Too funny.
Level 16, the first one you would never really get.
Lunar Shower?
You can't, like, if you're building Moonfire, you're just not going to win. He doesn't do enough damage to want to do that. I always get Hindering Moonfire, that's the slow, allows you to chase.
I would agree,
I like Rewind, but the problem with Rewind is you can't innervate yourself, which is, like, the only annoying thing about Malfurion. But if he was able to innervate yourself, he'd be broken.
Yeah.
I agree completely. I find Rewind makes me burn through my mana too quick, so I've stopped getting it.
Huh.
And then for level 20, it's really preference. I like Bolt sometimes because you can blink in and then silence all 5 of them and then just get like the ultimate team fight set up.
Yep.
Nightmare is an additional 50%, or enemies are slowed by 50%, and the duration is increased to 4 seconds. That's an extra second of silence. They're slowed. That's awesome. I mainly get Storm Shield, though. I mean, it's 20% of their maximum health. Like Kev was saying, at level 20, what did you get to at Diablo? Like 4K?
Yeah.
It's a lot of health.
Like, that's a lot of health. That's so much health. So, I mean, Storm Shield is good. It's AoE. This is my Malfurion build. I almost go this every game, and I mean, he's great. Like, when I don't play Malfurion, I play someone else, I just feel like our team fights are... like, we can't stay as long as we can. Like, sometimes we'll just sit outside their palace, and we'll just be like, sit there for like 3 rises for them, and just be like, okay, it's about time we should go back. And when I'm not playing Malfurion, it just feels like we can't do that for near as long, because he just adds so much sustain to the team.
That's actually a really good point that you kind of bring up, is that something that I've been running into a lot, and this is actually not really related to Malfurion, but we always run into the situation where we're all just kind of hanging out outside their palace for like 30, 40 seconds every game, if not longer. And it's a really interesting and difficult thing to deal with, because you don't know if you can actually end the game. And typically people just kind of overstay their welcome. It's like I rarely find it in other games where you're like right outside the last objective, but you can't really take it over. You just kind of have to wait for a little bit.
Yeah,
I've
it's
got-
like
I guess feel
anytime
about
you
that.
get there around like level 10, if you've
You
just
know,
like
that's
stopped
just
the game.
like newbiness. You know, eventually we'll stop doing that. Eventually we'll be like, okay, we've done all we've done here. Let's leave. We'll be like, okay, we can end this. Let's end this. There's a lot of times when like someone will be like, okay, focus the palace only, and then we'll wipe because two people were team fighting. Eventually, people either start focus fighting the palace, or we'll be like, no, we can't do this. Back off. That's just the game's new.
Yeah,
Eventually, people will stop.
I agree.
doing
Yeah, yeah. I
But it does
it's-
happen a lot.
it's
There's
a
a lot of
really-
situations.
Yeah, we're still in a really restricted tech alpha. Like, very few people actually have access to the game, so it's gonna change so much.
No, I just find it interesting because like there's not many other games where you run into that situation, and I find that I run into it so often in Heroes that it's just like it just feels like the palace's the difficulty to kill the palace is like 10 times more than anything else.
Yeah.
Which I guess is good, but maybe I'm just saying that maybe like keeps need a little bit of a buff or something because it feels like everything's kind of a breeze, and then you hit the palace and you're like, all right, we have to wait here for.
I would actually agree with that. Keeps are pretty easy to take, but Blizzard wants the games to be short.
I don't know. People just seem to. Eventually, people will get to. What are you doing, Kev? Are you leaking?
No, there's just. I don't know what the hell my upstairs neighbors are doing. It just sounds.
It's like they're playing bongos.
They have a pogo stick.
I thought it was loud enough that you guys could hear it.
We can.
I can't hear
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
It's
I
deafening.
didn't know what it was.
Um,
Through the headset.
yeah, eventually people will get to the point where they'll be like, well, they'll know when they can take the palace or not. But right now, it's just either disorganization or just newness to the game. But
Agreed.
yeah, I've been trying to get the team that we play with to. I want them like none of them like Malfurion. They all think Malfurion is boring to play. I want them all to play Malfurion so they can understand that he's actually tier 0 or tier 0.5.
Did your light just flicker, Kev? Is that what I saw?
What's going on
So-
right now?
Oh, he
But all I
muted
know
himself
is
like a
that it
gentleman.
just sounds like there's like a small march of hammers upstairs. It
Anyways,
sounds like they're just walking around in a circle, and there's about 30 of them. It's like this slow, rumbling, weird noise. Anyway,
so your crew's pretty much said no to playing Malfurion because he's too boring. They won't try him.
I know Idra doesn't like him. I know Tim doesn't like him, and I think Squishy's on the fence about him. I don't know. I enjoy playing the hell out of him. I really, really like him. He's a lot of fun.
I find it weird that Idra wouldn't, because he started playing Tassadar. Like when the game first came out, he's like, I really like this hero, and like
he used to. It's weird because he used to call it the best, which it arguably is, and he used to hype it all the time. He has so few games played on Tassadar. It's like kind of shocking. Like he doesn't even have 10 wins on him. Like the third quest.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he never plays Tassadar, but he's always talking about him.
I mean, I still feel that Tassadar is probably one of the strongest heroes in the entire
Oh
game.
yeah, for sure.
Easily.
It's so ridiculous.
Borderline
especially with
broken.
that game.
Yeah, borderline broken because the character's just absurd. He's really strong.
I was surprised to see no tweaks to him in the absence of patch.
I don't know
notes.
if it's just me being like different or weird, but like I can feel when there's not a Malfurion on a team, it just feels like there's less to stand. Maybe because I've played him so much. I just want the others to play him so we can kind of get an idea of where he sits.
Yeah, that's makes
I can,
sense.
I notice like when I'm not playing Malfurion that our team fights are much short. Like on a curse map, we're able to fight for a tribute for 2-3 reses if I'm on Malfurion. It's not me carrying, it's just the hero. He's got so much sustain. With Innervate, it makes such a huge difference. Like when I'm innervating Kevin, he'll notice. He'll be like, yeah, I can go full aggro and it'll be completely fine. Like Malfurion adds so much to a team comp that I don't know, I've done a complete 180 on him. He's my favorite hero right now.
That makes me very happy. From one of the worst heroes in your book to your favorite.
So yeah, there's only 2 tier 4 heroes now. And Kevin can't answer because he knows who the 2 tier 4 heroes are. Do you guys know who the final tier heroes are, the worst heroes in the game?
I would
guess
say
Tyrael.
Tyrael and Arthas is what I would say.
I would actually put Tyrael at tier 3, and I would say it's Muradin and Arthas.
Muradin.
Muradin is
Muradin.
not good.
He's
He's not
Well,
very
okay,
good.
hold on. He's super boring to play.
I just like playing him. Some people love him, and which I don't understand. Like some people say Muradin's fun to play. I'm like, Are we playing the same hero?
I haven't really tried him much, but
I agree. The times I did play him, he was a bit boring. But I'm
unless you
surprised
get
to hear you think that
Haymaker,
he's bad.
he is.
Even then, Haymaker's like, I don't want them to be away from me. I want them right next to me. And so I was surprised to see that was
Like,
even an option for
Haymaker
He's
just
got-
makes him into a tiny Dragon Knight.
He's got a lot of stuns,
Yeah.
which is cool, but they're all short stuns. Like
Yeah.
a lot
It's
of the
hard
other.
to keep people
Look
near
at
you.
ETC stun and his knockback. That's so much control in a fight, not even including his ult. Look at Murden's ult. He's got like, oh, I'm not killable. Well, no one's gonna focus fire you. You're a dumb hero. You're not gonna do anything anyway.
Yeah.
what's his other role, anyways?
Haymaker. It's like a punch and it sends you flying back.
I've never even seen someone use it.
I pick it all the time just to piss off my team when I play him.
But it's just so unintuitive to the rest of the hero's design.
Right.
I'm just like, why does he have this? I don't understand.
He has a lot of crowd control, but they're all small and they're not as effective as other tanks' crowd control, which I think
He's basically like a channel destroyer. Like anything that can channel something, he will destroy them. But other than that, I really feel like, and even then, I think the other heroes that are tanky have more. I mean, even Tyrael, I think, has more of a versatility in terms of tanking and actually doing something in a team fight than him.
Huh.
Yeah, Murden fell off. It was funny because like week 1 and 2, Murden was like top 2 tanks,
Yeah.
and now I don't think anyone likes him.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really play a whole lot of melee characters myself. I like the support and the ranged.
Yeah,
Tyrannus' my girl.
I have not actually got to play Arthas, but
Oh, he's
Idra-
so boring. He's so boring.
Idris played him like 20 games just trying to figure something out with him, and he either needs a number tweak or a change to the passive. Well, both really. He needs a change to his passive.
His passive is so worthless. Yeah.
His passive really just doesn't make any sense for his entire kit, and it's not only does it have no synergy, but it just really just doesn't make it doesn't. It's not what he's supposed to do. So yeah, it doesn't make any sense. And that was actually one thing that I was talking about with Tyrael as well when I was thinking about like I'm kind of writing down like all my problems that I have with different heroes, and I'm looking at Tyrael and I'm like, why is this passive at all good? It means I have to die to use it.
Yeah.
It'd be great if it was like while you're alive you have 3% damage reduction, and then when you die you have this explosion. Because I think then he'd actually be a tanky person. Other than that, I it's like, when you die, you can kind of maybe kill somebody.
And
Are there
give
any
your
other
whole
heroes?
team shields.
Are any other heroes that this week your mind's kind of changed on? Because other than that, I mean, Malfurion went up like a whole bunch on my list, and then Murden fell down way low.
Tychus is really up on my list right now.
Me
too.
I've
seen good
I played
Tychus
him
play.
a lot.
I've played him quite a bit.
His damage, like if you play him correctly and you get to the point where you pick the right talents on him, his damage is ridiculous, especially on tanks. Because if you get Giant Killer on Tychus, oh my god! For some reason, they're just like, yeah, whatever, we'll just leave it at the same, even though he attacks 10 times faster than anybody else. It just shreds tanks.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah, like I didn't really dislike Tychus at first, but after seeing teammates play him,
He's so good.
he's you have to know
And
how
his
to play
grenade?
Tychus.
Yeah, the grenade for positioning and like disrupting like
No, just damage. The damage on the grenade is
But
ridiculous.
the utility itself is like it doesn't even need damage. It's so good.
Yeah.
So he's a very good hero, that's for sure.
Yeah.
He went up to tier 1 for me, but other than that, everyone's about the same.
Yeah.
Actually, no, Stitches fell down quite a bit for me.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I used to think it was tier 0. No, I think he's maybe tier 1.5. I think ETC is the best
1.5.
tank in the game.
ETC?
Yeah, Stitches.
I can't disagree.
Stitches is
I
only
disagree.
good because of his hook.
No.
Well,
He is not
S.
tanky. He is not tanky. He's not near as tanky as other tanks. And his other, like his ultimates, I mean, the Gorge one is okay in certain situations. The Poop one is not that great. It does okay damage.
No.
I've never
But
used it.
But outside of Stitches' hook, I mean, his hook is his threat. But what happens when players start getting good and dodging hooks and stuff? Like, I don't know if you're seeing thresh hooks all the time in LCS or not, but I don't know. Like, some games I'm just off of my hook, and I feel like Stitches is useless when you're not landing your hooks. I think he's still very good because of the hook, but I think ETC, like before Stitches was tier 0 with Tassadar,
So-
and I think ETC has replaced him in my mind.
Slam is just conal AoE, no stun, correct?
Oh,
Only
you
if
can
you
put
get
a stun on it.
talent.
Yeah.
You can't
Yeah.
get it down, okay.
If
But
we, well,
that's the
wait.
same tier as the hook range, so
Oh,
Yeah.
it's fishing
No
hook
one gets it.
or
Yeah.
slam stun. Maybe people have to try that. Maybe that makes them good.
I've tried it. It's not the hook.
The stun doesn't last long enough. It's like maybe a half second stun.
Oh,
or
okay.
something. Yeah, it's a half second. It is. So that's why.
Kev, you look like you've been wanting to say something.
No, that's about it. That's all for me.
Do you agree with the Stitches comments?
No, I disagree with Diablo not being tier 0 tank. That's about it. Because I still think that he's probably the best tank that's out there, as long as
You
you
really
play him.
think Diablo is better than ETC?
Yeah, I do. I really do.
Oh, Kevin.
Have you seen my Diablo?
I've seen
It's
your.
amazing.
I think Diablo
It's-
has a ton of
it's
potential, but I really think ETC is just way too good.
Nope.
Nope,
Next
nope,
week,
nope.
we'll have a Diablo versus ETC debate.
I like
Okay.
it. I like it.
You're gonna lose. Diablo is just way better. I mean, as long as if they can fix the animation bugs with his E, godlike,
Well, they will fix them, but
godlike.
all right. So I'm gonna buy both those heroes this week.
Well, guys, we are going to go to a quick commercial break. Thank you for tuning in. This has been Town Hall Episode 8. Just stick around for this little bit, and we'll be back for more Heroes of the Storm discussion. Stay tuned. Mute your mic, guys. Welcome back, guys, from that break. Thank you all for waiting patiently. Let's just dive into our next topic. Last week, there was a patch that changed the Haunted Mines. What are our thoughts on it? Kevin, go.
Grave Golem, still scary. Still a little bit like, it's still a little bit like, yeah, sometimes we can forget about him.
So, I want to point out something that's a little bit weird. So, Squishy, he is like a math weirdo, and he did a bunch of number crunching, or whatever you want to call it, and he found out that the first golem only has 900 extra health. Late game golems, their health doesn't change at all. So literally, for the first 2 days of this patch, the meta was completely changed. Everyone was going into the mines, and people were like, wow, this golem's actually good now, when it really wasn't changed at all. And
Well, I mean, okay,
Yo,
hold
Blizzard-
on.
Blizzard just-
Let's be precise here for one second. It's not that it didn't change at all. It's just that it was a negligible amount of
yes,
change.
it was not that big of a deal.
Because saying that it didn't change at all
Yeah,
when there's
that's
hard numbers that say otherwise
Right,
makes you look
right.
dumb.
It was a negligible amount of change, and for a while people were like, wow, this made an actual difference, and then we started to realize, like, there's no difference at all. This is the exact, now the mines are much easier to farm because of the clusters, which makes the mines a much more appealing thing to do.
They're a lot better.
But the golem is hardly changed in the slightest. And it was kind of funny how people just read the patch notes and just assumed it was going to be much better, and the whole meta changed for 2-3 days.
Well, so I think it was just a lot of people were saying, hey, it's better, so, I mean, obviously we should go try it, and then everybody's going to, let's just go back to it. Everybody's going to try it out, of course.
Yeah.
to make sure that the changes did anything, and then eventually people just kind of go back to then.
Yeah. Late game golems, it's kind of like, oh, hey, let's go kill the big golem, so we get like 60 skulls, and then just not clear the rest.
Yeah.
Funny
But,
story. Funny story. Zeratul wormhole. Blink in as they kill the golem when it has like 60 skulls. Just walk around, collect them, and blink back out. It's so good.
Corey did that in a game
So
last
good.
night. We were like way down in skulls. We had like 26. They had like 40 something. I don't remember. And he's sitting there as Zeratul, and we're all we ignored the mines. We all pushed. And Corey, he was talking about the golem, but I didn't realize he was in the mines. And I look at the skull count, and we had like nothing. He sniped like almost all of the skulls, like 85% of the skulls. Then he warped out, and he survived. Like, and four of their team members were there. One of them was defending, and like we just took all the mercs up top, and we just did like this doom push. It was like the sickest play. Like seriously, that wormhole play right there literally won the game. It was so
the
sick.
only time wormholes won a game. Get the right talent, Corey. Gosh.
It's too fun.
He got the ability just to try it out, and it worked so well. Like
we ran into that actually, and I actually have it recorded, which I don't know if I want to publish anywhere. But we were fighting the Grave Golem, and there was in the mines, and there was a siege tank just waiting there. We're like, whatever, it's a siege tank. We can finish till when it's done. The siege tank is just waiting there patiently, and we just kind of start picking away at it a little bit. And I do lightning breath, and I kill the Grave Golem because I'm bad, and the Grave Golem dies. And the siege tank just goes, okay, Z's, and just boosts through all of our skulls and then just explodes. And
See ya!
I forget who was all on that game, but two of us really, really pissed off when that happens. We're like, why did you guys... I think it was me and Squishy were just like so upset.
yeah.
That was the funniest play. I remember that now. I was like, where... I don't remember. Oh, yeah, that time where we lost all the skulls.
That's
looking
so
for it right
funny.
now.
That's so funny.
It was terrible.
I can just picture Sergeant Hammer with the deal with its sunglasses on, and it's just like, peace!
Not even like the Sergeant Hammer art that they released, which is a person, like a woman with like pink hair. Just the tank with a giant pair of sunglasses on.
Precisely.
That's the new skin. We need that.
With the
Sergeant Hammer with giant sunglasses on him.
I love it.
Yeah. But the health is really not that big of a deal, but I love the way they've changed the zombies, or the ghouls, rather.
Yep.
Yeah.
Made it much easier, much more appealing to go into the mines and clear them. I mean, there's actually a big difference.
The mines itself are much more appealing. The Grave Golem still needs to be worked.
Yeah.
I like the fact that we can actually see which lane he's going to push at the start of the game. That's actually a huge change.
They changed it to where the knights push with your golem.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, we did.
Okay,
I didn't notice
so
that.
that
I saw the
we
Knights going
mentioned
top.
always go bottom, but now they
I didn't realize that. That's actually huge, because that was one of my biggest complaints about the map. Awesome.
Great change.
Yeah, I mean, every week it seems like the little changes they make are just leaps and bounds better than the week before. So
Blizzard listens to the community's feedback. It's great.
yeah, it's good. They've always been good about that.
Jared, did you mention last week you wanted to see more damage on the golem? Was it you that said that?
Yeah. He did.
I still think I want to see that.
I agree 100%. I'd like the golem.
I think that's a good idea.
I mean, the fact that you can be like, all right, we're gonna kill their golem, and then we'll worry, or we're gonna push with our golem, then we'll worry about ours later, like or theirs later. Like, no, you should have to be like, holy crap, we need to take care of this thing, or else it's gonna take our wall down so fast.
I think they might need to wait a few more weeks, because
I'm not saying like a massive change, but like even just like a marginable like amount more like per as the game progresses.
Really, I think it just needs more health. I mean, it does a lot of things. If you engage with a golem there, I mean, it does a random AoE stun, and then it's slammed to the ground too. I think it literally just needs more health. It's just so easy to focus down, and nobody wants to deal with it.
maybe that's it.
Just a lot more health. Like
It just needs a tweak.
10k more health.
Yeah.
At level 1.
At level 1.
And they have to both go the same lane.
Well, that's gonna make the mines like
And
that's
have a
gonna.
grave golem
But
play.
you don't want to make it. You don't want to make it too good to the point where like you have to go in the mines, because that like removes the strategy from being able to get the option. Okay, do we get merc camps? Do we push? Who do we?
Well,
send
the
to
other
mines?
maps are like that. Why not that map?
Because it's different. Other maps don't have 2 lanes. I think it's. I just probably made the loudest sound on the microphone because it kicked my desk. So sorry about that. But I don't know. I like the fact that there's a lot of diversity in that map because there's been so many games where it's just like we don't push, and we all go to the golem, and then they get all the merc camps, and then we lose. I like having the options for like that kind of the strategic choices where you have to make a hard decision, or do you split up and like what are the best compositions to send into the mines. Like a lot of the times I see people go into the mines, they run way in the back and they just farm the back and then they get out. They get enough, they get them safe, they get out, and while the rest of the team stays up top. I like that kind of stuff. But if you make the golem too good, you're going to see all 10 players in the mines.
Yeah, I think it needs to wait more and see. But
Yeah.
I think 10K might be too much.
It's a lot.
But
It's an exaggeration, guys. Come on. Please.
come on, Kev.
Please.
Take
me seriously. No, actually, don't take me seriously.
It's kind of funny because one of our team members, Squishy, he keeps track of our win rates when we're running a 5-stack.
Oh, yeah?
We actually have a 100% win rate on Haunted Mines.
God, he is such a math nerd.
I know, right? He's a dork. So we have a 100% win rate on Haunted Mines, and like half the time we don't even go in with a strategy. We're just kind of like, do you guys want to do mercs? Do you guys want to do the card golem? It just seems, non-important to what you do.
Huh.
But I don't know. I like the map a lot more. No.
Fair enough.
It's better. It's getting better.
It is getting there. It is getting there.
Yeah, definitely a huge improvement. So apparently there was a blue post made by our friendly community manager Spirian saying that the game speed is going to be changed. It's something that they've been looking at for a while, and they are definitely, for the next build, they're going to be releasing a game speed change.
Can we clarify that? I think, I'm going to double check. I think he said they're looking at it and they're not necessarily going to change it.
They're looking into it.
Okay.
So we can't say for sure that they're going to do it. They're looking at it.
Well,
That
yeah,
said-
it says it's likely you'll see an adjustment in speed with a future update. Do you guys feel the game slow? Do you guys think it's too fast? I mean, I think if they're going to change the speed, they're going to speed it up. But
I can't imagine them slowing it down.
Yeah. I would like to see more responsiveness to mouse clicks. Things still feel a bit sluggish. You get used to it, and it's just like sort of like the feel of the game. But I think I would prefer to see more responsiveness.
I mean, I think that's more of a
As a
server
whole.
issue than.
I don't know. I'm not convinced, but I feel like it's an engine thing.
No,
I don't know, it just feels
I think it is something to do with the engine. There's some really weird lag and some really weird issues with a lot of the animations and a lot of the attacks and whatnot. Like, because I'm like because like 90% of my games are with Diablo, I can definitely say that Diablo's attack is just bugged to
Diablo
heck.
is the Dragoon of Heroes. Get used to it. Learn to master
He
it.
really is. I will click in a direction, and he will literally go the opposite direction for like 3 steps.
Minimap, please.
It doesn't make any sense, but yeah, and there's a couple other heroes that I run into where their animations for things. Barb is terrible. Oh my
Yeah.
god, her animations, her lagginess, and everything. Like you'll hit Q on something, and then she'll just start walking in a random direction, just like Dragoon. And then decide, yeah, you know what, maybe I'll slam. You know what, it's okay.
Maybe later. Yeah, no.
Bushes are so buggy too, but yeah, I mean I think that's what they need is because there's that second of lag between when you or not even second, but like half a second of lag. There's some really weird things that happen with bushes too, because something can walk in and out of a bush, and you clicked it when you saw it as in a bush. But now there's that half second of lag where they were out of the bush or back in the bush or something. It bugs the heck out for like half the animations that you ever do with something that's in a bush.
I think that's more of alpha is alpha and not really game speed.
Obviously,
Well, that's
the game's
what we're
alpha.
talking about.
Everyone knows that. I mean, that's a given. But and there's going to be bugs, and we're not saying the game's crap because there's bugs, because it's alpha.
Yeah.
But I do agree that the game does feel like there was a little bit of lack of responsiveness. It feels kind of like I'm playing Smash Brothers on a high def TV and not a CRT, which is never fun. But no, it's not that bad. But I will always reference Smash Brothers when I find a reason to deal with it.
I don't know. I haven't had a
Feels like
problem with the
playing
game
Brutal
speed.
with a wireless Microsoft mouse.
I don't know. I think the game speed, I would like to see it a little bit higher. I think it would just be...
Well, keep in mind this is the SE2 engine, and there are game speeds in StarCraft 2. You got normal, you have fast and faster. So I don't see that being a problem like up the game speed. I'm just curious as to how much faster they want to make it.
Like-
Because I've never had a complaint about game speed.
Like
this entire time.
as someone who plays a lot of League, Kev, how does it compare?
Excuse me, we both played a lot of League.
All right, Zoyo.
Gosh.
So
yo.
you're terrible at League. Don't even.
Anyway, how does it compare? Like, is it
silver
faster?
1, sir.
Oh wow.
Is it faster?
King of
Is it on par? Like,
battles are slower, but the game itself is like okay. I don't mean to say like the length of the game is.
Let's start with move
is
speed,
faster.
like actual move speed of the average hero.
Early game, Heroes is faster. Late game, League is faster.
Because you get boots. So what if they made it so that like as you level up, your speed scales more?
No,
I mean, I think it's.
Isn't that how Dota works?
I really think it's those animation lags because, as I said, the move speed and everything is okay.
Yeah.
Like it really is. The maps are small. Unless we're gonna start going into like StarCraft 2 syndrome, where we start off with Steps of War, we end up with like
giant maps that are way too large.
Tal'Darim Altar for every map.
Steps of War.
Referencing
the Marine King
really
days.
old map. I think the move speed is fine because the action is always going. There's getting to places doesn't really take that long.
Yeah, that's true.
However,
mounting.
Yeah. However, the battles are ridiculously slower, and I think it's really because of a problem with animation more than it is anything else. Because it feels like the cooldowns and everything seem pretty much the same. I mean, no, actually, no. I take that back. The cooldowns. There's a lot of abilities that have super long cooldowns, and I'd really actually like to see Squishy do that number of how many things have more than a 10-second cooldown. Because there's not many heroes that are spamming abilities constantly that I can really, really think of.
Tyrande, but yeah, Malfurion has a lot.
No,
of
no, even then, most of her cooldowns are like 8+ seconds on things.
Well,
and it seems fast.
Her arrow is, but her heal is a very short cooldown, maybe 6 seconds at most.
I think I was more referring to aggressive abilities. Because defensive abilities, I mean, being able to spam those doesn't change the flow of a battle too much. It's mainly like take Ezreal from League, for instance. His Q, you can spam, like, his auto attacks, I believe, reduce cooldowns, and then he can spam his Q to just...
Vala's cooldowns are pretty low.
Okay, so her Q, Tyranda's... Tyranda's how they've been yelling about it? Whatever, Tyrone's heal is 6 seconds. Tyrande.
I think it's Tyrande, yeah. But anyways.
Tyrande. Somebody posted about it. Some Blizzard, whatever.
Some Blizzard, whatever.
6 seconds on her heal.
Yep.
18 seconds on Sentinel. 12 seconds on Lunar Flare.
Yeah, 18 seconds. Wow, it's so long.
But the old cooldowns seem to be a lot shorter than most of the ones in League. In League, it's like 120, 180 seconds on some of those ults.
Some ults get pretty long, like Illidan's Metamorphosis. That's a long cooldown.
Diablo, 10, 6, 12.
I think
Arthas, 7, 12.
3 minutes.
30. I mean, who can you think of? I mean, the only ones I can really think of is like Sonya. And yeah, she's got a 1 second cooldown on her Hammer of Ancients, and her Whirlwind apparently doesn't have a cooldown. But her Spear's got a 15 seconds, which means you can only really gap close every 15 seconds. So yeah, it's difficult. I think a lot of those cooldowns need to be shorter.
When you bring it up that way, I would agree.
I don't know, like, do you guys actually have a problem with speed and the flow of the game? Like,
I don't have a problem with it, but I'm the kind of guy that thinks. I mean, there's always obviously there's a limit, but faster is better.
Until I saw this blue post, I didn't realize people were having a problem with like game speed and stuff. Like, I've had a great time with the flow of the game.
Didn't Idra message it? In Idra's original blog post, he mentioned that he wanted the game speed to be faster. That big blog post.
A lot of his opinions have changed since then.
Really?
That was like week 1.
That was a while ago, yeah.
A lot of people's opinions from week 1 have changed quite a bit.
Huh.
I actually don't want to.
Remember the whole Murden thing that we talked about?
But we're in alpha, so I mean, it's at a point where they can just revert it back. I mean, it doesn't matter. I'd like to try it, and I bet they feel the same way. What if we made this game 10% faster across the board?
Well, the alpha is the best time to try out these things. Maybe do a some game speed, tweak some talents in there. No one's gonna throw a fit.
Yep.
Well, like, I mean, game speed, so like everything's 10% faster?
I don't know. I have no clue what they're
That's how it
planning.
is.
Who knows?
And I
Like, that
hope
was
we
a-
don't run into the same issue that we ran into with StarCraft 2, where we have StarCraft 2 time and then real time.
Yeah, let's
8 seconds is actually
let's-
8 minutes is actually 6 minutes and 40 seconds.
Let's all pray to the
Yeah.
Blizzard gods tonight that we don't have to deal with that.
Yeah. Spirian's response is very vague. He doesn't really
Right.
say as to
Yeah.
what they're going to change.
As Spirion tends to be, but
Those community managers, man, they can't really lay down.
Soon, PM.
Well, let's move on to. I mean, we really can't talk too much on this, but they're going to have a lever system soon. This doesn't really affect me because I play on 5 stacks. But Kev, how many games a night do we play where someone leaves the game after first blood on their team?
Oh my god.
Our games turn into bot games
Oh
like
my
50% of the time. It's not a joke number.
So terrible.
Literally
It's
50% of the
awful.
time, our enemy team has bots
I
because of
can't stand it. It's the
He's
worst.
making a silly
Definitely.
voice, but he's being serious.
It really is. It's actually pretty bad. And you'll run into a game, and I mean, Corey, Jake, we were playing last night, where
Yep.
we just at the first second somebody just left.
top lane, guy died,
Yeah, top
guy
lane.
left.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep. And
mid-
then
mid
and then
into
we
the
had
game.
somebody just AFK at Fountain for the rest of the freaking game too.
Oh.
so.
Same game,
American.
and we still
Yeah, same
lasted.
game,
We
same
still
game.
lasted for a while.
Yeah.
Well,
Literally half our games are
I
plagued
could
with
last
levers.
all night, baby.
That's why Corey's back hurts so bad.
that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah. People that leave immediately, you still get credit for the 10 games, right? Does that work? Yeah, I think that might be why you see some people just like
They
immediately
just
leave
bounce,
the game.
yeah, because they
Yeah.
want to. They
And
want
I
to
think
get that.
they got to fix that. They got to fix
that
that.
quest.
immediately.
I never see people leave like right at the start of the game.
I have.
It's
Yep,
always
that
like
happens.
after.
It happens a
I
lot.
have.
I have not experienced that too much, but I see a lot of people like will be winning. Like we'll get 2 kills really quick, and
Yeah.
people just start dropping like flies.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
It
then
might
they'll-
be because of the communication issues in the game for.
well, obviously
solo
it's out of frustration and
No,
stuff.
I don't mean like they don't. I mean, voice chat obviously would be good, but like perhaps there needs to be like I don't know. I'm not sure even how they would do it, but it's probably a communication frustration more than anything else.
Well, yeah, but they should still be rage quitting. This game, you
No,
can come
yeah.
back from any
Yeah,
point
yeah,
at any time.
yeah,
in the game.
absolutely.
which is great.
Like, we've made comebacks where we're down 4 levels.
Yeah.
You don't make comebacks when you're down 8 levels, though. Let me tell you, you just lose.
You've been down 8 levels.
No, I've been up 8 levels, and I soloed a Diablo and a Kerrigan as Tyrande. It felt great.
Yeah, you play against some bad Diablo, so
But yeah, there's nothing bad about
play
the
against my
lever,
Diablo.
the lever thing, whatever they're adding. The
Yeah, I mean, it just needs to be some sort of system that exists
Yeah.
because I mean, it's alpha, so people are just like, yeah, whatever.
It's true, but the sooner it's in place, the better.
Yeah.
But beyond that, we haven't seen a whole lot of Heroes news this week, like you said at the start. But I think they're saving something for PAX.
oh yeah, there's probably going to be a big patch after PAX, and they said, did they announce they're revealing like new heroes and stuff?
It's all just speculation at this point in time. I mean,
Just speculation.
I think they said they're going to show off new stuff, but I'm not sure. But I would be shocked if they don't.
There's
have
a
new content.
panel. There's going to be
Yeah,
like,
they made an announcement. They said they're going to have Heroes on mobile, or Hearthstone on mobile and tablet. They're going to have new Heroes things. I think they said they're unveiling new Heroes. And they're going to have Warlords of Draenor playable, I think, as well. And
yes.
Diablo Reaper of Souls on PlayStation. Yeah, I don't know, but it'll be cool. It'll be cool. But if they have new heroes, and I'm hoping we have a new map. I mean, Browder mentioned that they spun up one of the maps that we saw at BlizzCon in a week. I think it was Cursed Hollow.
It was Blackheart Bay.
It was
I remember
Blackheart's
that.
Bay. They spun it up in like a week's time, and it's been in alpha for well over a month now.
Yeah.
And not well over.
I want a StarCraft 2 map.
But
I know, everything's Warcraft themed.
It'd be great. I'm as excited I am to see an Orgrimmar map or what.
Shut up, Jake.
It's gonna be Terran Mill, okay? If they make a WoW map, it's gonna be Terran Mill. It better be Terran Mill.
All of these maps are freaking WoW maps. They all have Warcrafty themes.
This is
What
what
are
I
you talking
want.
about? They're all like Nexus maps. They're not Warcraft maps. You telling me that these are Warcraft themed maps because they're not? You're a fool if you think that.
Okay, what theme does Blackheart Bay have? What would you call that?
Pirates. It's like
There's not pirates in WoW?
Is it Boogie?
there are pirates and all kinds of things in lore, but
Not StarCraft?
Is it Booty Bay?
Not
Well,
Diablo.
no, so
How do you know there's not pirates in Diablo?
Un momento, por favor. It's definitely Warcraft themed because they have these giant towers that look exactly like the Warcraft 3 siege towers. They have the freaking cranking cannons and everything.
I still wouldn't
You
say
have these giant castles. You have these giant walls and everything. Everything looks fantasy and whatnot. It's definitely Warcraft.
like
Just,
Dragonshire. If you say Dragonshire is Warcraft, you're wrong. Because it's definitely not.
Oh
But-
yeah, Dragon Knights. They were never in Warcraft, right?
They weren't.
Just
Dragon
because
Knights?
the actual
Are you kidding me? Did you play Blackwing Lair?
Those things do exist, but it's not the same as the
then-
Dragon Knight.
the Raven's Lord curse, the Raven Lord from freaking World of Warcraft, you're telling me that's not a WoW themed map?
It's not.
I mean,
I'm telling you.
they might as well just go, "You're being attacked!" every time you get attacked at the palace.
We'll see a true Warcraft map when we get one.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
We'll see
anyway,
a true
Okay,
StarCraft
okay.
map.
Anyway, aside from these Warcraft maps that we've been dealing with, right, Jared?
Agreed.
I'd like to see a StarCraft map where one of them's like Terran, you have missile turrets and a bunker, and then the other ones, or maybe not a bunker because that doesn't make sense.
Oh my god, what if the towers were like bunkers? Oh, there's so much cool design stuff. Oh, the artwork. Oh.
Yo, as long as they patch the towers every 2 weeks, I'm happy.
Oh my god, no, could you think about it right now? Shut up, Jake, nobody cares. If you had like little creeps that come out and they have like, it's like Terran versus Terran and you have like 4 Marines, a fire bat, and a medic.
Yo, Blizzard, give this man a job.
Oh my god, that would be so cool!
That would be really cool.
And then you could have like, maybe there's on the map, you could upgrade them so that they have like higher upgrades and stuff. And it's just like a battle with creeps, and then maybe you can upgrade it so you don't have a fire bat anymore.
Shut
you
up.
have
Just shut up.
No, Jake,
that is a
rankings
map
are stupid.
mechanic right there. That is a map mechanic where you have to like fight to buy upgrades for your minions.
And maybe you can't actually go into like the enemy bases. You have to rely on your minions to do
No,
it.
that's boring. But
Shut up, Jake. Nobody cares about your stupid opinions.
Almost
All
had
right,
it.
I'm on
Almost.
fire.
you have to go to the adjutant. You have to go to the adjutant to buy upgrades for your Terran army. It makes give your medics more healing.
Blizzard just needs to hire our show. Come on, shit.
Yo, that would be cool. Interesting, and probably not the most exciting map mechanic, but
Well, it'd be like Desert Strike or whatever the hell the StarCraft 2 arcade game is.
Boom, that game was so much fun.
yeah.
Right? Now imagine that, both heroes. Fucking awesome!
What was that word you just said?
Oh,
I said freaking awesome.
No.
I did. I actually did.
Oh, I couldn't tell because you kind of screeched it. I was trying to help.
We'll have to check the rewind.
That's my
We'll have to check the rewind.
Instant replay.
But yeah, if you look at
That's
PAX East is having a hero swag contest. You can enter it by clicking little buttons and being like, "Oh, my email."
Do you have the link for that? So put it in chat.
I do not have the link.
Scrub.
I can actually get it though because I entered the contest and I did the tweet part. So let me get it.
Get those tweets from your tweet to get more tweets.
Exactly.
But basically, they're giving away, what is it? You get like a lanyard, you get a shirt, you get a poster.
Yeah, the poster.
Yo, Blizzard, why are you giving away posters if I can't buy one?
Okay, here is the link. I'm posting it in chat.
I'm checking their store right now.
Yeah, so that poster is sick, okay, first of all. That little lanyard. Too bad it's the worst hero in the game, but still. Not the lanyard, the little toy. Plus that shirt, yo.
I'm telling you, man. I'm gonna make Arthas elite next week. He's gonna be the tier S, tier
The new
0,
guy.
whatever.
The new guy.
This link, I can't click it.
But that's really all we had to talk about.
So-
Hopefully PAX has a lot of cool shit to talk about. Damn it.
We have this little pint-sized poster from BlizzCon. They were giving them out when you tried out the game. But I would kill for a full-size one, so Blizz, please
See this blank fucking wall behind me?
The blank what?
Oh, the tip jar!
Prime offender.
I'm
I'm bad at this, guys. You know what? It's because I love my viewers, okay? I want them to have skins.
You wanna swear all the times and give them all the skins.
Yeah.
What a guy.
Yeah.
You know,
But yeah,
we're
that's
trying to market this towards a family. You know, we're trying to get on primetime television, and you're ruining that.
I have a feeling that after this next show, we're going to have boatloads to talk about. I think PAX is going to have a dump load of information. Hopefully there's a patch that Tuesday. Luckily our show is on Tuesdays, so we get to talk about patch day. But yeah, we actually filled the entire hour.
I hope at PAX they're just like, guys, have a serious announcement. We're going open beta today, right now. Boom, and it's just like floodgates.
I think open beta might be a little bit off, but maybe like closed beta because we're still in alpha.
I think closed beta is still a bit of a ways off, personally. The game plays well, but there's so much missing. We are like, this game is very, very bare bones. I think we're still a bit of a ways from closed beta, to be honest.
I think it looked pretty cool to go to.
I'm on the.
I do too.
The Battle.net or the Blizzard, like clothing store, gear.blizzard.com. There is no Heroes of the Storm poster, and I'm just sad. Blizzard, take my money.
Guys, it's in alpha. They don't have merchandise for it yet.
But they have it in their giveaway? It exists?
Listen, bro.
It's probably just like leftovers that they didn't, like the employees just didn't want anymore.
Wow.
Because Blizzard is really good at just giving their employees like 800 billion merchandise things for every little game that they do.
Thanks, Tim.
Thanks.
Hashtag thanks, Tim.
Good episode, guys.
It just still has Prime Offender.
Yeah, I just saw that.
Well, I mean, the show's over, so...
Next episode should have lots and lots to talk about, hopefully.
Lots of prime offending.
Well, we actually filled the entire hour today. I think we were going to do that. We'll have, I guess... so I guess we should do a new challenge this week, since that was fun. What hero should I learn?
Arthas.
We already talked about this.
Not doing Arthas.
It was ETC. It was ETC versus Diablo.
That's more of a Kev thing, because I haven't played either of them, and I don't own either of them.
Well, you're about to drop $10 or $20. You owe that much money to the show anyway.
into the pot, yeah. I really still think Diablo's a better.
Well, you should play them at ETC.
Yeah, I'm gonna play them both a bunch.
I don't own either of them, so I won't be doing that.
I'm dropping the money on them tonight.
I'm just saying, you gotta play Diablo like me, and I was gonna come out with a guide, but unfortunately it's because it's just an Appa. I love Avatar. Anyway, because this is an alpha, it doesn't seem. Wow, that was great. That was a great impression, Jake.
Yeah, listen.
Because this is an alpha, I'm not gonna even bother with it. But I will be putting out videos of my sick elite plays with Diablo.
Well, let's go ahead and do shoutouts. Where would you put those sick elite plays, and where would you tweet about them and stuff?
I'm gonna put them on my YouTube, so you can go to youtube.com/schmatmo
/Appa.
And subscribe and check those out, as well as my casts of all the previous So You Think You Can casts. And yeah, I'm giving up on doing a guide. It's been like 2 weeks in the making, and just at this point it doesn't make any sense. So I'm going to get rid of all that, and I'm going to start pumping out a crap ton of gameplay videos.
Great.
Corey?
Might have to stop playing Heroes, guys, because my back hurts too much from carrying Kev. Damn. Oh.
Definitely weren't carrying last
take
night.
A break this week just so I can get better. Oh my god, it just...
Maybe you should stop going to the gym and play more video games. Be a real man.
Oh, my goodness. So much expectations here. Alright, anyway, follow me at Omega Black Mage. That's it.
Jake.
Solid Jake on MLG TV, Solid Jake GG on Twitter and YouTube.
You've been streaming a lot, man. Keep it up.
I've been streaming more. Mix of Diablo and Heroes. But yeah, tune in. I'm starting to get pretty good with Tyrande. I mainly play her, but I'm trying other heroes now.
Okay, cool. Well, check out my team, IBD Gaming. Go to ibdgaming.com. Check out our Hearthstone and StarCraft squad. StarCraft squad is doing pretty damn well. I think Puck almost made it to the round of 8 in WCS Europe. He beat Hyun in his first set, and then almost beat... I forget what Terran he lost to. And then ended up losing it 1-2 to Hyun again in the final match. But shout out to IBD Gaming. You guys follow me at IBD Zoya on Twitter. You guys can follow the stream right here. I'll be streaming lots of games, mainly Heroes. A big shout out to everyone on the team Kevin and I play with. They help us learn a lot, and they make this game a lot less frustrating because screw pubs.
Soya accidentally added me to that team, so now I'm part of that team.
Yeah, we needed a filler, and I was gonna call Kevin, but I accidentally dragged him into the Skype group, so now he's by default.
So now I'm God Team.
Now he's God Team, but he was like our most consistent sub, so I guess he was kind of God Team beforehand anyway.
Yeah, because of my Diablo.
Because he's the only one we want to play with. That's not bad.
Because my Diablo.
Because of his Diablo. But thanks, guys. 8 episodes of Town Hall. It's been amazing.
Yep.
2 months have already passed. Thank you all for tuning in. More episodes to come. Stay tuned same time next week for Town Hall Episode 9, Pack Seats discussion, and whatever balance changes come out. It's been real. Later, guys.
Take care.
What's that happening?
Kev, we hear you saying it's Zoya.